Hey everyone, it's Coach Richard Biggs. Welcome to AP Sports. Today is Tuesday, September 29th. We have a great show for you. Let's get into it. All right, the first thing we have to talk about today is LeBron James. Is he built different? Is he not? It's a big debate going on in the field right now, and we're going to get down to brass tacks and stamps. We're going to talk about the numbers and some of the new analytics that not many people are getting a hold of these days. Now, ever since Bronny James left LeBron to Steph Curry in an exchange of son for daughter, LeBron James has been going on a playoff tear. Now, Bronny, on the other hand, has been smoking weed and going downhill, but LeBron, free of the burden of a terrible son, has been able to elevate. Let's look at his playoff stats this year in the bubble. He's averaging 35 minutes, 54.7% field goal percentage, 5.53 attempts a game at a, 39.9% clip. That's decent. It's good for LeBron. Not great for a normal shooter, but he makes his 40-footers when he needs to, am I right? 10 rebounds, basically 9 assists. He's probably going to average a triple-double in the finals, let's be honest. And Anthony Davis, the worst player I've ever seen, a piece of shit, not going to lie. LeBron James is going to average 55 points, 17 assists, and 29 rebounds. And that's a fact. All right, we're joined now by AP Sports executive MLB analyst, Mike Salmon. Mike, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Glad to hear it. All right, first we're going to talk about the playoffs that are starting later today because it's only 8 in the morning right now, so we still have some time before all the games get going. Would you like to break down your predictions, your bracket for this postseason?
I would. And let me start with the National League, because why not? Now, between the Brewers and the Dodgers, come on, we both know where this one's going.
Dodgers?
Yeah, we got Dodgers winning 2-0 in their series. Cardinals, Padres? I think the young Padres. I think they're going to put on a run for their Cardinals money.
You think you're going to hit some grand slams in the 7th, up 20?
Oh, they don't call them Slam Diego for nothing, right?
They certainly do not.
Meanwhile, between the Marlins and the Cubs, if you don't know already, the Marlins have made the playoffs twice, and both times they've won the World Series. So guess who I have winning the World Series?
You have the Marlins.
Great.
That's a
Spoiler
great
alert.
statistical analysis right there.
Yep. And then the most boring series of all of them, the Reds and the Braves, I have the Reds winning in 3.
Great.
Due to their solid, great starting pitching. Meanwhile, we move on to the NLDS. I think the Dodgers will make light work of the Padres, and the Marlins will beat the Reds. And then in the championship series, the Marlins will take it to Game 7 over the Dodgers. Now, I know you all listening might call me crazy, whatever.
Okay, break down that series for me. I want to deep dive into that series. Who takes Game 1?
Game 1, I'm thinking, you probably got Walker Buehler on the bump.
Yeah.
Going Game 1. I think he's gonna do it, but I don't know about Kershaw. I don't know about their young guys.
I agree. That late in the season, that late in the postseason, I think he's gonna give up like 5 runs in the first inning, and it's just gonna be over from there.
We've seen, Dodgers fans every year. Oh, this is our year, guys.
It's not like I haven't said that the last 12 years, Jack.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, Mystical Salmon, my bad.
No, you know what, dude? It's your year.
I think it's our year too. I think we sweep the Marlins. I actually have the Dodgers playing the Marlins as well. I think we sweep.
Good. All right, I'm glad you appreciate the dynamic, and the young talent that the Miami Marlins have to offer. Now, how is about we move over to the American League?
Let's do it.
All right. Blue Jays and Rays. Now that's one. I did not expect the 1-8 season in the American League to be the Rays and the Blue Jays, but I have the Rays winning that one pretty easily.
Okay, I do too.
Yankees, Indians. Yeah, I love the Indians. I love their starting pitching, but man, those Yankees, my guys are savages in the box. That's all you need to know.
The Bronx Suicide Bombers definitely will win that series pretty easily.
They are straight savages. Meanwhile, the Twins and the Astros. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I want to see the Astros lose as much as possible. So
I've got the Twins winning. I got the Twins winning as well.
Yep. And then the White Sox and A's, I have the A's winning just based on experience, and I think this year they will finally make it past the first round of the playoffs.
You know what?
Haunts the
I
A's.
have to disagree with you, my friend. I have White Sox.
Oh,
I have White Sox over A's. The
well,
A's, the only one worse in the playoffs, more disappointing, more soul crushing to fan bases than the Dodgers are the A's, and I have that continuing. I mean, if we do
must be
a
a count.
parallel analysis to the NBA, we have the Clippers. The Clippers were all hot shit. They were easily winning the championship, or so we'd be told. But what did they do? They stuck to their roots, just like the A's will, and they got bumped out early.
Okay. I like that. I like the analogy. Um, and I appreciate your honesty, but I'm gonna stick with A's.
All right.
Now, the American League Division Series, Rays and the Yankees. I just the Rays and the Yankees, they've matched up well all year, but I think the Yankees, with the more postseason experience, I think they're gonna take it in 5 games. And then between the Twins and the A's, who do you have between?
I have
who do you have
Rays.
in the
I
AL?
have Rays winning easily.
Nice.
Correct me if
Okay.
I'm wrong. The Rays are out of young Tampa Bay, are they not?
Yes, they are. Correct.
And they may or may not be able to pull up a minor league
Huh.
pitcher by the name of Thomas Brady. And I have him
Wow.
pitching a shutout in Game 1 against the Yankees, and then I think it's all downhill from there.
Shit. Okay. Well, I did not expect that. So, and one thing I forgot. The Rays are used to playing without fans, so
Just like
they
my
have clearly the advantage.
Los Angeles Chargers.
Ah, you're one and the same.
We are.
Chargers fans and Rays fans coming together.
It's a
Ain't
great
that
barbecue. It's a great 4th of July party we have.
Yeah, I bet.
All right, who advances?
In the championship series between the Yankees and A's, I got the Yankees. I got them winning in 5 pretty easily.
So you have
And then
Yankees,
my World Series,
Marlins.
Yankees Marlins. It is a rematch of the 2003 World Series. Not the 2003 World Series. Oh wait, yeah.
You're
2003.
talking about the World Series of Dreams, are you not?
Yes. And this World Series is gonna go to 7 games, but I got the Marlins winning. There's something about their young pitching, and they're like, the fact that they had to start the season, half of their team had COVID. Like they were about to ruin the baseball season, and now they're about to save it.
You think they're gonna save it?
I think they're gonna save it.
You think they're the Toronto Raptors of baseball? You think they're gonna shut down all of the hopes and dreams of all of the analysts?
I think so. And no one expected them to make it in the playoffs out of the National League East for sure. They were a write-in as the worst team in the National League. You could have
Yeah.
just wrote that one in. I mean, to see my Giants just miss the playoffs.
George, just miss it. Oh, we were
Just
talking
miss.
all year. Anything can happen.
Heartbreaking.
All season, you were saying anything can happen in 60 games. What
Anything
happened
can
in 60
happen.
games? Give me some breakdown. What was the hindrance for the Giants?
Well, what came down to it was their bullpen. If you don't make any moves at the trade deadline to pick up any pieces, and you have a manager who wants to lump relievers into these he gives them these certain roles that they can't. They only will come into the game at certain times. No fluidity, no flexibility.
That reminds me of
Yeah,
some
with manager-
over managing that happens every year when I turn on the game.
It must be a California thing. I
It
must
has
say.
to be.
Uh,
I
times
think.
of a-
I'm sorry, my friend, but the Giants for the next decade, it's always Wednesday, September 30th, never October, never quite October. I think for the next decade, it used to be always October, but
whole
I think
decade,
it's
huh?
I think it's a straight decade of Wednesday, September 30th, never quite
it's-
October.
Blue October every year.
Yeah, Blue October every year.
Damn.
Now I want.
All right, well,
let's say my prediction comes true and we have Rays Dodgers. How do you think that series plays out?
okay. If it's Rays Dodgers, I do. That is a tough one for me because the Dodgers are they have a very balanced lineup, very deep. It just comes to the pitching hold up. The Rays, I know their pitching is going to be good, but will their lineup hold up? So for them, each team has a question mark of the opposite respect.
That's good analysis. Let's say it comes down to a game 7. It's the top. Let's say it's the top of the 7th.
Yep.
And Roberts has a choice who to put in. Does he put in a good reliever? Not a reliever, but some backups, or does he put in Kershaw? Does he put in Kershaw in a game 7, the top of the 7th, with the game tied or potentially up 1?
Here's what AJ Hinch, manager of the Houston Astros, did not do last year. Well, he did not put in Garrett Cole into the game at game 7. When the game is on the line, when your season is on the line, you have a World Series at risk. You put whoever is your best pitcher at the time into the game. Doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter about accolades, star power, the greatness of their career. It's who has the hot hands.
I don't care if they're tired. You saw, back in the heyday, back in the Giants' heyday, 2014, Bumgarner comes in game 7 after just pitching 2 days before, shuts the Royals down for 5 innings of relief. And I want to see that out of Kershaw. I want to see if he can do that.
Was that no, wait, never mind. I'm crazy. I remember they had one big game on Halloween, and I remember completely ignoring it. Was that the year that they won on Halloween, or am I just misremembering? It was.
No, the Giants. You know what? They won on Halloween in 2010 against the.
In 2010.
Texas Rangers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I remember bumping into you in the cuts that day, and I watched through a window in disappointment, seeing that they had won it all.
Yeah, we've won so many World Series. All of us fans, we get them mixed up.
We get them mixed up. Yeah. No,
I can't keep the story straight.
Yeah, as a Lakers fan, I just don't remember which championship was best for me, because there's just literally, since I've been born, they've done nothing but be promising, be great.
Yankees fans entering the chat. Oh, we have 27 rings.
That's like the Boston Celtics saying they have the most rings. I mean, most of them were from when there was 0 teams. Everyone sucked. Everyone was white. There was no skill involved.
Basketball of a bygone era.
Exactly. All right, so going back to our first segment, the way in which LeBron James is built, I made some interesting points about how ever since Bronny said Steph Curry was his father, it was downhill for Bronny and uphill for LeBron James. What do you think about that analysis?
All I'm going to say is LeBron is BD. He is built different.
Amen, brother.
This man, he spends millions on his body. He is how old is he? 36, 37?
35.
35. And
you're 17, age 35.
Got it.
Now, I had some controversial breakdowns of how I think the finals are going to go. I said Anthony Davis was going to play terribly, and LeBron James was going to average 55 points, 17 assists, and 29 rebounds. Do you think he's going to do better or worse than that?
I have him averaging a cool 42 points a game.
Okay. The series is going 5. Only 11 rebounds. Do you think he's going to be on the fast break too quickly to get those defensive rebounds?
Yes, correct. He's already going to be pushing the floor. He doesn't even realize he's going to be moving so fast that he doesn't even realize that his team doesn't have the ball yet.
Exactly.
That's how far ahead he is. That's how fast his brain's thinking.
Ever since Alonzo left, he's been watching a LaMelo film from Chino Hills, and he knows that the faster you get out on the fast break, especially if you get out on that fast break before the other team either scores or loses the ball, the more likely you are to score 92 points in a high school basketball game.
True. That is very true. And especially, speaking of high school basketball, I think that's a good segue into the conversation of LeBron's son, Bronny James Jr.
Okay.
Man. After he posted that video...
Hey, Adrian Wojnarowski reported that scouts were impressed that he didn't end up coughing during that video. Do you think that's an impressive feat, or do you think that is? Do you think that's just the rookie sensation leading into the sophomore slump?
No, you know what? I think Bronny burns right now.
Bronny burns.
Straight burn. Bronny burns. Let's just say that.
Let's get that on a T-shirt, my friend. Let's monetize this. Bronny burns.
Merchandise. Please buy our merchandising.
Oh yes. By the way, this video is sponsored by. Let me find the closest thing that I can. Dom Perignon, 1985. If you would like to send me a free bottle, feel free to do so. All right, rounding out our show, the third segment, football sucks. Now, definitely football does suck, and it's not just this year. It's ever since Patrick Mahomes was born has football sucked. He is too good. Do you agree?
It's unfair. Whoever he's playing, I just feel bad. Like,
Did you watch the Ravens game yesterday?
no, I didn't.
There
can you
was a
give me little
play
summary?
where it was like 3rd and 17 with like 20 seconds left before the half, and he was already up, and he just chucked like a Hail Mary. And fortunately, it wasn't caught, but every 3rd and long, he threw it into the end zone, whether it was 30 yards away, whether it was 60 or 70 yards away. Every time it was 3rd and long, he didn't go for the short game for the first down. Good football, Tom Brady-esque. He threw it into the end zone, and almost always it was caught. And I think that someone's just gotta pay his brother to, like, I don't know, tickle him in the wrong place and get him out of the league or something. All right, guys, I've been Richard Biggs, and as always, stay stupid.